Hi, my name is Mireille Maklouf. I'm 59 years old, from Australia, Sydney, Australia. 2 years ago, my sister got diagnosed with cancer overseas, and I really wanted to go and see her there, but it was time when COVID hit and everybody had to take, all the vaccines and things like that. So as soon as I took my first vaccine, 3 days after, I started having chest pain, which was really from the front to the back of my back, under my shoulder blade. And it started getting worse and worse. And then I thought it was just, muscular, and tried to get away with it. But it got worse and worse and worse until I went and saw my GP. Then my GP sent me to do a scan. It didn't show at the beginning. He sent me to a specialist because I was still having all this pain and I'm starting having short breath. So I had to go there, and he said that I do have multiple blood clots in one of the lungs, and he had to put me on a blood thinners. He said we do that, and then 6 months later, see how you go. We do another scan and we see how you're going. If you feel better, then we can stop the blood thinners if they dissolve. But I kept getting this pain, and I went twice to the hospital with this severe pain. The pain was even getting worse and worse, and I'm still in the same pain. So he sent me to do another one, and that's when they found that it multiplied and went to my other lung. She upped the dosage of the blood thinners, and she reckoned they can't do anything more than that to me, and they're surprised why it's not getting less, because usually with blood thinners it can dissolve some of them, but mine are still multiplying. And while I was still taking it, my son Justin owned a gym, and I thought maybe physical work, it make me to move a little bit and help. So I just went on a bike one day for about 20 minutes. It was just a regular a bike, talking, and it wasn't fast or anything. And as soon as I got out of the bike, I felt a bit dizzy. So I thought I'd go outside, sit down, maybe I can catch my breath. And from there, I just blocked out. Blocked out. To tell you the truth, it was I cannot explain the experience that I went through. I felt like I'm just dying. I was short of breath. I felt like I'm floating. And all I can see is my kids, my grandkids. And I said, God, please, I don't want to go now. I'm still needed. I still have young grandkids. I need to be there. I need to see these kids. Please, God, don't take me. I saw clouds moving. I felt like I was floating, and all of a sudden I opened my eyes, and my son Justin was on top of me. He was resuscitating me. I opened my eyes. I said, please God, I don't want to die. And they took me to hospital, and they did all the scan. I did have all these problems. I did have all these blood clots, which they reckon it was blocking my airways. And they reckon it was a mystery. They can't do much about it. They don't know what to do. Then my son was studying with Coach Girl from America, which is his mentor. My son believed in him, and I believe in my son. And he recommended, and he knew about all the problems. He recommended that the machine he's got a training lab facility there that are helping a lot of people. And he asked him to bring me as soon as possible, and all I can see my son the next day, he's just booked me, and we went there. And the doctor said to me, look, I can't do anything for you. The one from the RPA, the specialist, she said to me, look, I said to her, I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna go see, find something. If there is any chance that it can make me better, feel better, I'm gonna go. And she gave me the okay to go.
Hi, my name is Justin Maklouf. I am Mireille Maklouf's son, the owner of 129 Health and Performance. I have been a Training Lab affiliate for about 5 years now, working with Coach Cow in the Training Lab. Coach Cow got my mum on his scale, took some basic readings from her, as well as on his university grade metabolic cart to find out where mum was at. We then started to design an eating plan for her to support her body and to get her back or get her into healing. We took it quite seriously, and we really looked at this as more than just a job, but a life and death situation. We did a hair analysis test with him, got back the results. We further adjusted the diet or her eating to suit her and support her body and her metabolism. She had a slow thyroid at the time. She was really low on energy. Actually, while we were in the airport flying to America, she found it hard to travel with us. She found it hard to walk up the stairs in the apartments. She was really struggling just to live her everyday life. Coach Cow started with the basics. He asked her to go and see some sunlight, to go for walks, to get outside and do some things that would bring some happiness to her, I guess, and to ourselves. And it started off with the basics of just walking 50 meters, which she would struggle to do. At the training lab, the treatments were the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, which she did 6 days a week, as well as red light therapy, molecular hydrogen therapy. She also did the compression boots 6 days a week. And then every once in a while, once or twice a week, she would also do the cryotherapy. It wasn't long before we started to notice changes for Mum. First, her mood changed before anything else. She started to, I would like to say, come back to life. She was a lot happier. She had a lot more energy to conversate with us and to be a part of what we were doing and our lives. And then that slowly turned into having more will and drive in life. She started to walk with us more often, every single morning. Actually, it turned into every single morning. And that 50-meter walks slowly turned to 100, then 200. And then before you knew it, Mum was walking 5Ks with us. It actually hit home really hard after about a month or 6 weeks, between a month to 6 weeks over there. She actually started jogging. It was quite the shock, and it wasn't planned, but she did it on her own. And for my whole life, 32 years old, I had never ever seen my mum jog before. She's not one to exercise in the past, so it was quite mind-blowing.
Like now I've stopped 4 medication I was taking. My fibromyalgia pain is gone. Since I came from America and I did all this treatment, I have not used one Panadol tablet. I assure you that everybody who sees me now, amazed, my whole life changed. All I want to do is I want to live, I want to be healthy, and all this go back to the treatment that I got there from Coach Kerl and his family, his wife Monica, his daughter Catania and Michael. They looked after me in I cannot explain. I felt like I'm home. I felt like I'm with my family. The way they treated me, the way they looked after me, always with a smile. They're caring people. Whatever I say, I cannot explain the way they looked after us there. And I cannot thank enough Coach Kerl and his family. And really, they're my family now, because without them and without God's will, I wouldn't get another chance of life and enjoying my kids and my family.
The training lab and Coach Cow and Auntie Monica, the way they made us feel and the way they brought us into their lives was really something else. I've been working with him for a long time, and I already felt like he was family, but this was, he really took us in a way that it was unimaginable. They took care of Mum and made her feel very welcome over there. They're a very loving family, very loving community, and it's very rare to find that in this world today. They're an example for a lot of us, and we're very thankful for what they have done. The treatments really did change her life. These days, there's a lot of noise and a lot of fads out there, but the training lab is far from that. What they offered and the treatments and the packages they offered to us, it genuinely cured my mum. I know that Coach Cow and the family don't like to use the word cured, and we leave all things in God's hands, and it's through His power that these things happen. But we are messengers on this earth, and I truly believe that Coach Cow and the Calavitas are a blessed family, and through them they worked a miracle in my mum, and we are very thankful for everything they have done for us, and we really can't thank them enough.
I'll take it from the bottom of my heart for all the treatment, the way they treat me, not just medically, emotionally. I felt like one of their family. I felt they are family. And I wish him all the best. From the bottom of my heart, again I say, for him and his family, take him from the bottom of my heart.